Hello and welcome back to another edition of Figure Depot. Today we're taking a look at the Batman vs. Aliens. This is another in the series of kind of the Dark Horse comic theme, brought to us by NECA in partnership with DC Comics and 20th Century Fox. This product is for ages 17 and up, and warning, there are choking hazards. We have a very simple design. We've got the two logos on the front. Not much going on each side or the top. On the back, nothing either. On the bottom, we have just our product information and logos and whatnot. And yeah, this was a New York Comic Con exclusive. That is the only place you could have gotten this, unless, like me, you ordered it off of eBay and paid stupid scalper prices. So, love-hate relationship with the exclusives. But anyway, my 10-month-old's crawling around in the background, or actually 11-month-old's crawling around in the background, so if he grunts or makes noises, I apologize. I'm giving my wife a little break today. So, let's get into this bad boy. We have a nice little Velcro tab that we can open up, and then it showcases the figures inside. Batman only comes with an alternate hand to hold the Batarang. No accessories for the alien. Alright, let's open this box and get a closer look. Alright, and here we have Batman and our Xenomorph out of the package. Of course, if you know the story, they've taken inmates of Arkham and taken their DNA and spliced it with the different aliens, and so this is the Joker. And we'll get a close look at him first, and then we'll take a look at the main event, our Batman. So coming in a little closer, we can see this beautiful green that they've done on the top. Looks really nice, and it's just a really cool concept. We've got the working jaw and the little extra mouthy tongue thing inside there. We got the Joker red lips, of course. We've got our white skinned alien. This is all done in a gloss, so it's very slimy looking. We've got this red tip tail, which is, I'm sure, a nice little blood splatter. And so that gives us our Joker colors. We've got, looks like a black body with a white wash on top to give us that depth and variation there. Just go over the articulation. My hinge is frozen, so it is a ball peg on a hinge, but mine won't move. But we can see the head moving on the ball portion. Then we've got arms that come out to 90. We've got double jointed elbows here. That'll get us better than 90, and we get hinges here. We get hinges also here, and swivel, as you can see. So lots of articulation here. We've got a peg that swivels here and hinges. So then we get our legs. Won't spread out more than that because these armor pieces prevent it from doing so. So that's about all the range of motion you get there, but we can rock forward and back. We get a hinge here, we get a little peg here, and there's a hinge as well. So it is double jointed, but mine's frozen, so I don't want to force it. Then we get kind of this reverse hinge here, coming back this way, much like you'd see on a dog or a horse. And then we get a swivel here, and then we get a toe hinge right here. So lots of articulation. If you've owned I keep stepping on the stupid package. I gotta move it. If you're familiar with these figures, just the alien figures in general, then you already know how this works and what you're getting into in terms of articulation with him. So only real difference is, of course, the color scheme on this version gonna be Joker themed. Now, the main event. We're gonna get into my Batman here. This cape, look at that cape. Oh, the cape's awesome. I'm a cape guy, if you can't tell. I made a Batman costume, but I have a goatee, and I just don't like to shave my goatee, so I'm never actually probably gonna wear the costume because of that, so I sold it. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll get brave and shave that Joker off again, and we'll see. But the cape is beautiful. It's a very nice material, very slinky and stretchy. It's probably like a, what do they call that? Like a, not a rayon, or polyester, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go, but yeah, it folds and falls beautifully, however you want it to, basically. It's just a really, really nice material, and it's not quite the same color as the cowl and the boots, but it's close, and it has a real weathered, tattered look, and I really like that. Batman's been around a while, he's gotten dirty, he's been kicking butt and taking names, so it's gonna be worn out like that. Always put heat on your figures when you first start moving them. This joint right here scared me. I thought it was going to break off the peg that goes from the deltoids into the biceps there, but I finally got it to move. So just be real careful when you start moving these guys around. Don't get in a hurry. Just take your time. It's not worth breaking these guys, especially if you paid eBay prices to get a hold of one. I love the cowl, the mask, the face on this. I'm gonna try to bring him a little closer, if it'll focus. Yeah, it's just a beautiful sculpt, very gothic looking. We get some paint variation here, some low lights on the gray with a darker gray. We get this weathered, aged looking utility belt. It's kind of a mustard yellow with a metallic gold buckles and the little capsules around. We get this dark navy trunks. I prefer my Batman blues to be kind of the classic 80s era, a nice real kind of a bright blue, but I don't mind this darker blue on this particular Batman. It works and looks nice, and so it's cool. I love this cape. I know I said that, but man, I love this cape. So moving it out of the way, we can see the sculpt is the same as on the Superman. Everything's the same except for a different belt. Of course, he's got the fins on the gauntlets, which would be different than Superman, and then the style of the boots is different. We get the little crest here that comes to a point versus the little up and down jagged tops of the boots that Superman wears. But looking at the detail here, very nice. I don't think there's any paint shading on the boots or the gauntlets, just on the gray of the suit, but looks awesome. So we'll get into the articulation next. So for Batman's articulation, we have the head on a ball joint. We'll look up to there, we'll look down to there. He will spin around 360, of course. Got a real nice head tilt. I love that. You can get a lot of expression out of that head sculpt there. Arms do come out to 90 degrees. We do get bicep rotation. We do get a double jointed elbow, of course, which gives us a really nice range of motion. Wrists are on a swivel and hinge, so very good articulation there. We have this crunch forward, which again will help him look straight down so he can brood over the city very nicely. We do get not much back because of the sculpt. It does not allow him to go back very far. We do get a waist swivel, and the legs will kick forward, not quite 90, but pretty good. We do get a double jointed. Have I moved this one yet? I haven't moved that one yet. It's frozen. Let me see if I can get the bottom of the other side to move. There we go. Woo, scary. Okay. Always heat your figures before you move them. So we get the double jointed knee there. We do get really nice rocker forward and back, and then we get a real nice ankle pivot, and there are hinges on the toes, but I haven't got mine to unfreeze yet. So there's a look at the articulation, and I guess we'll get a look at Batman's accessories next, which he does not really come with many accessories, just the Batarang and the alternate hand to hold. Alright, so in terms of accessories, we have this alternate hand, and basically it's just designed to hold our Batarang, which I love the simplistic design of this Batarang. It looks really nice. Has the appearance of a beveled edge. And, well, I mean, it actually is a beveled edge, but of course it's not sharp. And you can position the Batarang in there however you like. I think that looks nice. You can do it this way as well. So however you'd like to do that. But it looks really good. Alright, so we now have our Batman and our Superman, as well as our Joker Xenomorph and our standard Xenomorph. And I think these guys look really awesome together. They are just... the sculpts on these figures, these superheroes, are fantastic. If you're into the Aliens stuff and Predator stuff, you're going to love these Aliens as well, but I'm more into the superhero type figures, and they are fantastic. I guess we'll get some size comparisons real quick among some other figures and other lines, and then we'll wrap it up. Alright, NECA, the challenge has been issued. Give us a classic Wonder Woman. Not a Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, not some armored up, crazy looking Wonder Woman. Classic Wonder Woman, just like our Batman and our Superman. A nice 1980s, late 80s, early 90s classic comic Wonder Woman, just like this, but with all the NECA bells and whistles, alright? Thank you. I know you're listening. So, yeah, here she is, a DC Universe Classics Wonder Woman next to these guys. And as you can see, she's probably just a hair small because she is a 6-inch scale figure, and they are 7-inch scale figures. So we really, really need a Wonder Woman in this line. I don't care if she's fighting predators, aliens, or your mom. Let's just get one, please. Alright, and here they are next to the Killer Croc Build-A-Figure, or Collect and Connect figure, I should say, from DC Multiverse's last official release of superheroes. And this figure is awesome, and I can't wait to pose this Batman and this Croc, mixing it up down in the sewer. It's gonna be awesome. Alright, and here these guys are next to a DC Multiverse Bizarro, and you can see he is a 6-inch figure, so he is a bit shorter than the two of them. And you can see the sculpt is obviously different. This is a Mattel figure. I do not like, or I'm not a fan of these clasp-on capes. I know it's a nod to the Superpowers line, and that's cool and everything, but just in practical terms, I like that it's a cloth cape. I prefer a cloth cape to a molded plastic cape in most cases, but I would prefer an attachment at the shoulders like we have on these NECA figures. But since Mattel's not making them anymore, I guess that's irrelevant. Alright, and here they are next to a Hulk Hogan action figure from the Mattel WWE Elite line. And you can see they're pretty much all the same height and fit in scale with one another well. The WWE Elite line is a 7-inch line, and the NECA figures are a 7-inch line, so consistent scale-wise across the board. And here's a matchup I'm sure you would all love to see. It's the DC Icons Joker, which is also a 7-inch scale figure, and he looks really good with our Batman here. Very nice. And here they are next to a Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader. And you can see, though Darth Vader is a much taller, more menacing character, he is definitely shorter than they are. And again, that is because He is a 6-inch scale figure, and they are 7-inch scale figures, though I did expect him to be about the same height as them because Darth Vader is, of course, much taller and towers over the other characters from the Star Wars universe. So, they might have missed the mark a little bit, but maybe not. I mean, in scale with other figures from Star Wars, he does seem to tower over them to a degree, so I guess he's probably in the right scale, but I think maybe I would have made him just a hair taller. And here they are next to a Marvel Legends 2-pack, first appearance Wolverine and Hulk box set Hulk figure from Hasbro, and you can see they look really good. He's definitely within reason, well within scale to fight these guys. I know there's classic comic books where Batman and the Hulk fight each other, so that would be fun to recreate with these figures. Just for fun, here they are next to the Spider-Man Far From Home Marvel Legends figure and the Spider-Woman comic figure, and I think they look really just a hair smaller, as they should, because again, this is a 6-inch line and these are 7-inch figures. But Spider-Man is a kid, so it kind of works. Here we have our NECA superheroes next to a Leviathan from Fortnite. This is just a really cool figure. Not big into Fortnite, but I wanted to pick this guy up because when I saw him on the shelf, I was like, he's just too cool. I can't leave him there. Here we have a DC Universe Classics Batman, which of course is a 6-inch scale figure, and you can see the disparity in height between the two. And again, like I said, I like this lighter blue, but on this figure, it looks really nice having the darker navy, and I don't mind it so much. It would be cool eventually to get this figure in that lighter blue. I would certainly acquire it, but it's not a deal breaker for me by any means to not have it at this point. Here's a Dark Knight Returns figure by DC Multiverse by Mattel, and you can see he's certainly buffer than our NECA Batman, but too short and out of scale. When you see him next to Superman, they don't really match up as well. Here they are next to Chuck Norris for no particular reason. I can't speak for everyone else, but as far as I'm concerned, yes, 1,000 times yes. These NECA superhero figures are awesome and exactly what I would want in classic superhero figures. I hope they continue to make them. Of course, there's Green Lantern and Predator out as well. And then let's get a classic Wonder Woman, a Flash. Just keep them coming. I cannot get enough of these guys. Thank you, NECA. Keep up the good work. And thank you guys for watching. Please comment below. Let me know your thoughts on these figures. What other figures you would like to see NECA release in this style. And leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.